Right, hello everybody, welcome back to Smiling Dreamer Gaming. I'm Smiling. We are continuing with Forgotten. Now, to catch anybody up, basically we discovered a underground city of sorts. We went for a portal and it's taken us back in time. We have to stop this city from turning... Well, we meant to stop what's happening to this city. It's going to die. The whole rule of the whole game is to not commit a sin. If you commit a sin, which is the golden rule, everyone turns to gold and we have to come back to the portal and start again.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Also, this game is from some modders who did a couple of the mods on Skyrim. We already had this conversation. Let's say something different. Wait, are you speaking English?
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange. Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you, and what were you doing in the shrine?
I'm Smiling, and I've just come from the future.
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head? That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here.
Seriously, what's today's date?
We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me, so I'd say early March?
What year?
It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the Empire are you from, exactly?
Can we actually say it? Archaeologist insight. So from what we picked at the beginning of the game, you get to kind of pick what sort of character you're going to be. So this actually works into it. So it's 65 CE.
CE? No idea what you're talking about. But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Don't worry about me, I know what I'm doing.
All right, friend. Suit yourself. Just don't do anything too reckless till you've spoken with Magistrate Sentius in his villa down there. See you around.
And we've already spoken, so what we're going to do, he already knows as well. Yeah, we got this from him actually. Right, missions. What do we need to do? Figure out how to stop Ulpius from killing himself. He's up there. We gotta go up. Yeah, some people have turned to gold. They were here before these ones who came. There he is up there. I've got to stop him from jumping. Whatever you get as well, like say if you steal something, you'll keep that item when you jump back in the portal.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Okay. Actually, I really need to talk to Ulpius.
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh, no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Alright, I'll talk to him.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've got to be
Please,
careful.
choose your words carefully.
The longer we take, the more chance he'll jump. Is this what Scintilla would want?
You know about that? How is that possible? I mean, I've never mentioned it to anyone.
You'd never believe me if I told you.
Well, if you say so. You don't understand. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it all to be over.
Maybe I can help solve your problem.
It's too late for that. Yulia and I made a pact, and she's already swallowed hemlock this morning. If I backed out now, I'd be betraying her. I can't do that.
She's not dead. What if I can help her too?
No. No. Time's up. I am out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love.
So I've got to save both, haven't I?
Ulpius, no!
Stop him! No, you didn't do a really good job, did you? You could have stopped him.
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
Suicide didn't break the garden
I suppose it
rule.
means suicide isn't a sin.
We've already said that
Golden
before.
Rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine.
Okay. So I have to
I'll have
save
to let
her
everyone
first.
know what's happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
I need to steal something.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm delighted and deeply honored to be elected your magistrate.
Talk to him again.
Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above? That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me? I trust you can see yourself out. Through the door this time? There's a key just beside it.
I know there's a key. I'm going to steal off him. It'll break the golden rule, but it'll reset things again. Just so anyone that didn't watch the first stream gets to see what I'm talking about. Let's find something good to steal. There'll be a gold. There's got to be money somewhere. Can't get in there. Where is the money? I think somebody rich would have money lying around. Something we can rob anyway.
Oi! How did you get in there, you cheeky little stirkus? If I cop an earful from Malleolus, I'll be coming for you.
Talk to him.
What is it, citizen?
What's your story?
I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughter, I should say, and the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
How did you end up here?
I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing all right for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl, and pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People screaming, trampling each other. Then some Genetricum fugitive tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labour does the body. That said, Centilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
What can you tell me about the magistrate?
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
Do you know a way out of here?
I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested.
Can I see the citizen register?
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, we'll have a look through all these. These are all the people we're going to have to speak to. Alphabetical order. How many people are in this town? Nadia, so we've met him. That's all of them. We'll take that. Sure, I'll give it back to you tomorrow.
I'm not sure why you said it like that, but whatever.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like 100-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
Where I'm from, that would be considered collective punishment, which is a war crime.
A war crime? Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent.
Our worlds are very different.
Seems that way. War crimes. Ridiculous.
Are you saying you're in favour of it?
What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers in arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it, so railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing.
Let's talk about something else.
If you like.
Who are you going to vote for?
Not that it's any of your business, but my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery and intimidation. The man's a savage, but he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that sleaze at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change.
Can I help?
I appreciate the thought, but you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia, the Vestal Priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings.
Well, once you figure everything out, I'll be going now. Okay, we've got a few quests to do, but what I want to do is I need to steal something. I need to break a rule. Any sin will do. Who's this? There she is.
A new face. Arve, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
We've already talked.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
I've been asking people about how they wound up here, trying to find a pattern.
Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then? What have you noticed?
Some people mentioned a river.
Yes. I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else?
That's all I noticed.
There are definitely some common threads there. But I think we'll need at least a few to ensure we're not just seeing coincidences. Keep asking people how they wound up here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions yet. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first.
Okay.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbours.
You won't remember. Horatius.
Keeping an eye on things, Horatius?
As always, Priestess.
Any news about Scintilla, Navia, or Kabash?
No sign of any of them, I'm afraid. But we do have a newcomer. Strangely dressed fella. Funny accent, too.
A traveller from a faraway land, then?
Seems that way.
Then let's make sure he feels welcome, shall we?
Of course, Priestess.
Gotta be something. Oh, hang on, the market. Let's rob something from the market and everything should turn to gold and I'll be able to go and get... I'll be able to reset everything then. I'll be able to just rob something from here. No.
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city. All that along with the magistrate's weapons band.
Find me.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
What's that? Brass mirror. Maybe something I can steal. Leave item. I just want to steal something so I can reset the timer.
How'd you do?
I think I can affect. Can I insult you or something for me to sin?
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius.
Yeah, we've already
Very
spoken
well.
to him, but
Another
obviously
time.
because we've reset the time, we know who we are. So you can use it to take advantage of certain situations. I haven't spoken to him yet. This one. Virgil.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil.
Okay. What's your story?
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people. That kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
Correct. I'll ask. Tell me about the city's history.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
Isn't it common for Romans to copy Greek art and architecture?
Well, yes, that could be the reason. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell.
Tell me about the city's architecture.
Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake and allows us to fish and farm.
If they bring water into the city, could we use them to escape?
Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Okay. Tell me about the temple up on the bluff.
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know.
Let's talk about
Of
something
course.
else. Do you know a way out of here?
You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I'd tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the Golden Rule, but once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too bad. Nothing new to me, anyway.
What do you mean?
Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Novio Magus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility. They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human. I mean, Once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care. Which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you?
I think so, yes.
Good. Then I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option.
So he's probably going to vote for somebody new, isn't he? Oh, he's on about removing a god from power. Okay, how do you remove a god from power?
Good question. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you'll give it some thought.
What on earth am I going to do that? I noticed the graffiti. Why does someone think you're a sinner?
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
You like men?
Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like men. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong.
Do you know who's writing the graffiti?
It's not just graffiti. I have quite the collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
Cultists?
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule.
Let me look into it for you.
What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
I'll see what I can do. Who are you going to vote for?
Well, Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the restrictions in this place. And while it's all a bit vague, at least he has a vision.
Anything I can do to change that?
My vote isn't for sale, if that's what you're asking.
I'll be going now.
Nice to talk to you.
I'm sure if we help him though, we can change that. Translate. Sinner. But he has notes as well. Anvil, Roman anvil, it looks odd without a horn, but that must be more of a modern innovation. Have you got any notes in here? That notes. There's one. Virgil, I know who you are and what you want. Turn away from this path before we all suffer for your sins. Virgil, They may not see you yet, but I want you to know I see you. Second, just so that we can reset stuff. Virgil, do you really want to be responsible for the scene that destroyed us all? Okay, now I'm going to show you guys who haven't watched the first on what happens.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Hide!
I've got the wrong way, I have no idea. Whoa! I fell to my death. Continue from last save. Okay, another thing you can do is just die, and you'll just load back from the save. I know what I need to do anyway, mission wise. Yeah, there's two ways you can die. You can die like that, or you can die by turning to gold if I'm not quick enough to get to that portal. Kind of hoping it reloads as an autosave rather than actual main save. We'll see where it's going to say where it's going to load us from. Ah, thank God.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our
On
neighbours.
your best behaviour, I trust.
Oh, brilliant. That ain't too bad. Okay. I do need to reset the time then, still. I've still got to reset it. So, we'll talk to him after I've reset the time. We also get the money as well.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on! He sacrificed himself to open the portal. Now we're going to go back in time. Everything that we did from that point is still set in stone from our perspective, but not theirs. They don't remember us, but what we need to do now is I need to go to the temple. I need to save this woman from dying. Then I need to run back up to where that man jumped and try and save him. Go.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost?
I'm smiling and I need you to take care of some things urgently.
Oh, sounds serious. I'm listening.
Lilia's dying, but Lucretia can't help her without the silphium. Take some of it and go quickly.
Yulia? Oh no. Alright, I can do that.
That's it, now go as fast
I'll
as you
go,
can.
but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
That's fine, see, he can help us. Thank God someone's helping us. Fine. And we're going to run and try and save him at the same time. We've got to get up there as quick as we can. I can't believe only 3 people created this entire game. I am impressed. you gold statues will have to wait.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Actually, I really need to talk to Orpheus.
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming
Okay,
weeks.
Octavia, come on.
And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
I should be able to save him.
No. Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
All right.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
I know. We're doing this through... first of all, is this what Scintilla would want?
You know about that? How is that possible? I mean, I've never mentioned it to anyone.
You'd never believe me if I
Well,
told you.
If you say so. You don't understand. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it all to be over.
Maybe I can help solve your problem.
It's too late for that. Yulia and I made a pact. And she's already swallowed hemlock this morning. If I backed out now, I'd be betraying her. I can't do that.
Lucretia was able to get some Sylvium in time to save her. She's going to be fine.
Oh, really? That changes things a little. But we're still in debt bondage to that monster. Unless you happen to have 2,000 denarii to pay off both of our debts.
Why do you need 2,000 denarii?
Yulia and I are in debt bondage to Malleolus. We might as well be slaves. And that's how much it will take to buy our freedom back.
How did you get yourselves into so much debt?
Oh. So it's my fault.
Oh, crap.
Is that it? You know what? Forget it. I am out. Wherever you are.
Crap.
Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Damn. And he asked him a question, he needed that. Damn him.
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
We need to reset things again.
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I'd best...
Skip that, okay. Well, we tried. We gotta come back. What's that translated? How can we pass this test if we don't know the rules? Let's explore. See if I can find any money. So to save them, I'm gonna need a lot of money. Unless I can consider somehow talking them into giving me time. It's down here. Oh, these all the way down there. He watches through their eyes. Who does? What's through here? Oh, we by the temple. Okay. Can't go through there. we've got to break the rule again. $341 denarius. That's not too bad. Inventory, 433 denarius. Okay, we've got all that though. We've got 2 keys. I can just walk straight into the place if I want to. That leads that way. What's up here? Coin pouch. I'll take what I can and then I'll steal in a bit. Oh, there's a ladder up there. Leads onto the wall. Oh, that's where we was coming anyway, wasn't it? Okay, so we'll come back down there. We're not. Okay, we can. There we go. Oops. Do I get up there? What's in here? Whoa, it's like a little town. Ah, this is cool. Okay, let's have a look around. What's that say? Hilarious for magistrate counted by I would rather drink Aurea's special brew. Looks like somebody's been hard at work on a prototype zipline. Poem. My life has been torturous as the 7 labours of Hercules, often defeated and enslaved, all again gladly because each loss wound and tragedy brought me to you. Radiant as Rom's sacred flame, your bright warmth nourishes my soul. I know I can never touch you any more than hold Vestas' plane, but to watch and love you from afar, bathing in your glow is enough. That's not enough. I could steal that, but that's not enough. Speak to this woman.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
What's your story?
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum. Some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
I'm sorry, I have no idea what that means.
They never do.
Do you know a way out of here?
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
Do you need help?
Help me? You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
Right. Can you tell me about the pattern you saw?
You think you wish to know, but you do not. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
Okay, I'll be going now.
The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
Okay, at least that's saved. Let's have a look around. Model arena, archaeologist inside a small wooden model of an arena, possibly Verona Arena, which was completed in the 1st century and is still in use today. Is it? It's pretty cool. Virgil. We'll steal some in a bit.
Ixion turns.
Let's explore before we steal anything.
Cerberus lifts his triple
The
head
many shall suffer for the sins of the
and lets
one.
out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't
Cavalry helmet. A cavalry helmet with an enclosed face mask and plume made of dyed horsehair. Horatius only got 15 bottle. A banner.
Ixion turns.
I'm gonna go in the pub in a bit. Surgical tools, Nevias. Key to the chest in the Shrine of Apollo. Let's take it. Open the chest in the clinic of the shrine. Okay, we'll do that in a bit. Well, I could actually reset and still keep it. She's got nothing really worth anything. She's just a poor, tortured woman, isn't she? Oh, which is this place? Lucretia. 45. She sells. She's got herbs. Okay. So there is money I can rob. It'll reset everything, but I want to speak to everybody first in this area. Oh, rudimented dye looks like it's been well loved. Okay. Galerius loves Equitia, counted by fornicate with her and we all die.
Ixion turns.
Really?
I love your clothes. So exotic. Oh, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. There's a light in your eyes I've never seen before, a certain learning and sophistication.
Oh, okay, no. And you're as charming as you are beautiful.
Ugh, coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
What? You came on to me?
I take back what I said. Suddenly,
Okay.
I don't find you
I
so
need to reset
intriguing
time and do it again.
anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
I needed to... No, okay, I'll be going now.
All right, see ya.
Okay, I'm going to break the golden rule just so we can actually reset the time. And we're going to try something different with her. Because I want someone to be able to change what they think of him to be in charge. Graffiti. The only way out is whoever wrote this was interrupted and perhaps tragically killed.
Vote for Malleolus for a free drink at my tavern.
See, that's what we need. We need
You
to
stay away
change.
from my money.
Here we go.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
There we go. Okay, we've got a key now, so we can use the key to steal again. Right, reset the time. Gotta wait for the... Come on, Sentius. Come on, Sentius, hurry up. Ah! Crap. Come on, Sentius, hurry up. Those, the statues, the ones who are already statues, shoot everybody else, turn them to gold. Oh, quick. Make the portal. God, I didn't think they'd chase you. Let's try this again. It's crazy. Here we have got a flashlight. Flashlight and weapons. We haven't got any weapons yet. That's why I'm avoiding going below the city. Here we go again.
Salve, friend.
Okay. We're going to do this again.
Oh. You... Oh.
Right, I know I've got to help that guy. We're going to see if we can do it without the money first. See if I can do it without the money. What's this?
Salve.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
Another Roman. What's your story?
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but... family's from Seleucia on Tigris. Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th. The one they call Ironclads.
How did you end up here?
Same way as everyone else.
Why are you still wearing your legionary armor?
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
Why don't you have a weapon?
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now.
Do you think you'd get me one? Not much of a talker, are you?
If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either.
What is that? Are you suffering from rheumatism?
Nobody is supposed to know about that. Did Lucretia tell you?
I figured it out on my own.
Gah. Look, I haven't been at my best lately. All my joints ache constantly, and the pain.
He's come straight back to me.
Has a way of messing with your head. I get stirred up by things that shouldn't bother me, and then there's the statues, and my doubts about my faith. And I just want to scream. You want to help me? Do what Lucretia hasn't been able to do. And find me something to make the pain go away. Until then, get out of my face.
We are going to do that. We're trying our best. He hasn't jumped yet, has he? He ain't jumped, has he? Not yet. Don't you jump yet. Get past this quickly.
Well, if you're... Well, we've all... I used to lay awake at... I still...
Ah. What's your story?
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labour for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
How did you end up here?
Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome, 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine and stumbled across this place.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me.
God? Don't you mean the gods?
Oh, yes, of course. A slip of the tongue.
Let's talk about something else. Have
If
we
you like.
found someone who is a cultist? Do you know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumours, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate.
Thanks, I'll look into it.
I hope it works out.
What do you think about the golden rule?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
I don't think so. I think people are fundamentally good.
You don't think that's a little naive? I suppose you've never seen what I've seen. Innocent men and women, torn apart in arenas while thousands of Romans look on and cheer.
Fair point. Perhaps you're right.
If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention.
Oh, there's going to be some intervention, all right.
I wish I shared your faith.
So you're a Christian?
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible.
Your secret's safe with me.
Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that.
If I can tell someone, I will.
All right,
part of the mission.
It was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing?
Here we
Get
go.
back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
I've got to
What?
pick
Why?
the
Why do
right
you
things to
I
say
know,
to this guy.
Please,
I'm sorry.
please, help him.
Okay, I'll talk to him. I've got to, haven't I? Is this what Centulla would want?
Do you know about that?
Okay. We
Well,
know.
you don't understand. It's too... If I backed out now, I'd... Oh, but we're still...
Well, no, but I could probably raise the money if you give me some time.
No. No. Time's up. I'm out. Wherever you are. Centilla, my love.
So I need the money.
I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
I need to get more money. So we're not going to be able to do this until we get 2,000 denarii.
I can't believe he went through... And I...
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. I am quite good and deeply honored to have been elected.
Oh, what got his key? To find money.
Oi! Hey, Horatius. How's it feel knowing your man's doomed?
He's not going to lose yet because I'm going to help him.
Welcome. Feeling all right?
Okay, can we talk about Ulia?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Do you think she was poisoned or was it self-inflicted?
Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule.
She actually poisoned herself, we already know this
so
one.
Maybe it's best we don't discuss it.
Okay, let's talk about something
Gladly.
else. Yeah, you're not going to talk about
That's a
anything
shame.
else. I'll smile upon you as well. She's there. Right. Maybe his treatment notes. Actions rhubarb also is getting into some pain. Okay, take that. Up in the chest, we would have done that, right? Speak to... yeah. There's a way I can get her to convince
Sorry,
him.
I'm still a bit out of it. Galerius just saved my life. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
Okay, what's your story?
You mean my life story? Oh. Our father found it was a... we must... But they...
We've already spoken to her, but for some reason he's not actually done it. Okay, I'm sorry to hear
Thank
that. I understand. Actually, let's
you
hear
mean
it
my
anyway.
life story? Oh. Well... I grew up as part of a big family in Rome. Me and 3 older sisters. Our father found good husbands for my sisters. But I wasn't...
Sure, we've spoken to her.
cut out for that kind of life. So he found me a job as a scribe for a prominent merchant. It was a good life for a while. Until 7 months ago when the fires came. My colleagues and I worked desperately to try to protect our warehouse. We must have had 100 workers passing buckets of water, chanting prayers to Vulcan, but they fell on deaf ears. The fire was relentless, and it claimed everything. And everyone. Well, almost everyone. My employer told me to grab what valuables I could and flee for the Tiber, with the crowds. I remember diving into the river, and then... the next thing I knew, I was waking up on the riverbank not far from here.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. But to be honest, sometimes I think dying in that fire might have been a blessing, given what's happened since.
I understand. Do you know a way out of here?
If that's your idea of a joke, it's not funny. Go away.
Okay, upset her. Right, just gotta speak to her
May
now anyway.
Apollo keep you safe. Feeling all right?
I figured out how to treat rheumatism.
You made it into the palace. I'm impressed.
Oh crap.
How is Nevia?
Actually, I didn't. I found it another way.
Oh, I see. Well, what's the treatment?
Willow bark.
Willow bark. I should have known. It was under my nose the whole time. That's very helpful. Thank you. If this works, it should settle Rufius down some. I have some right here. Could you do me a favor and give him some of this? He'll just need to swallow a pinch of it. I'm hoping it will avert disaster.
Brilliant. Okay, alright, I can do that.
Thank you. I'm really
and if
glad
we
you
break the
arrived
law,
when you did.
we can still give it to him.
That's a shame. Thanks again for saving Yulia's life. Apollo smiles upon you.
I haven't saved them to. I'll give it to him. I'm not doing that yet. Actually, no, let's do that. Just to still keep the item. I want to see what he'll give us for it.
Ah, you again.
How about your rheumatism?
What about it?
I figured out a treatment to eat a pinch of this willow bark, and you should feel better in no time.
Willow bark? And this will work? Oh, thank God. Finally, some relief. This is what I've been praying for. Maybe God hasn't abandoned me after all. Thank you. I've been in a lot of pain lately. The rheumatism, these cursed statues always watching, and the crisis of faith.
They are watching?
It was too much. Started messing with my head. This is exactly what I needed to set it straight again. I owe you one.
Who are you going to vote for?
Meliodas. Not sure I trust
Should be able to
Sentius.
change his mind.
Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us?
Anything I can do to change that?
No.
You said you owed me one, remember?
Who do you want me to vote for?
Sentius.
Fine. I'll vote for Sentius. But no more favors. We're square.
That's fine. I'll be going
See
now.
you around.
That's fine. Gotta break the rule again the second. It's locked. Find you.
Help! You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's going to break the golden rule.
How? I don't have a weapon.
None of us do. The magistrate made us throw them all into the chasm. So now this man's bow is the only one in the city. You just have to improvise.
Okay. I'll get right on it.
Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
No. Maybe we shouldn't meet in there.
What? We don't have time for this. I have to go.
Never mind, I don't know why I said that. She's gonna die, ain't she?
The shrine is collapsing.
Read. Shrine might collapse at any moment. Oh, she's silly. Silly woman. Now for bread.
No! Oh gods, she's dead! Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed on her. Oh Fabia, why did you have to go in there? Poor sweet girl.
Oh dear.
I can't believe she is dead. Fabia, I mean. She walked into that empty shrine, and the next moment she is lying dead under a pile of rubble. The gods are cruel and unjust. She was like a daughter to me. I'm sorry, friends. It's not right for me to lay my burden upon you.
I don't know how to stop it. Ramen baths, the priestess. Yeah, and what about the priestess? Who's this guy?
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
What the hell? I don't know a Quinticus.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood?
I got it.
Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place?
Why don't you put that bow down and you can come in and see for yourself?
Oh, how very welcoming of you. You want me to let my guard down, is that it? You're not going to get your claws into me. I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult.
You've got the wrong idea. We're not cultists.
You say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret?
We're not keeping it a secret. We're all trapped in here.
So you admit you're not allowed to leave?
It's not allowed to leave. We physically can't leave. There's no way out.
Threatening me is not going to help you. But in any case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe?
It's not a mantra, it's a warning. No.
Another lie. So you really do believe that? Fascinating. You've clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense. Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
There were once people who were turned to gold as punishment.
You lot are practicing human sacrifice too. You people disgust me.
You're distorting what I said.
Yes, yes, because I'm the real villain here. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists. There's no doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quintius is. Do not waste it.
What can you tell me about Quintius?
Very well. Here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue. He's also known to have delusions of grandeur. The Emperor says he and his cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burnt half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process.
I've seen a man with 2 eyes. Perhaps the Emperor was looking for a scapegoat.
Who are you to challenge what the Emperor says? Were you there? Do you have spies and scouts all over Rome like he does? No, you do not. This is your last chance. Are you going to tell me where he is or not?
Actually, I do know where he is.
Suddenly it's all coming back to you, is it?
Yes, he's in the villa, right at the end of this road. He goes by Meliolus now.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
I could go and tell Sentius, can't I? He's going to break the golden rule regardless. Can I tell these guys?
What is it, citizen?
No, I can't tell him.
All right.
Now I've got to tell
Isn't
the leader.
The great temple majestic?
I'll go and tell him quickly.
Are they? We're finally alone.
I'm smiling and we've had this conversation before.
Yep. Is that about?
Yeah, we've had this conversation too and I'm in a hurry.
Seems...
Can I tell him?
Of course. What is it?
It's not going to let me tell him? Oh, crap.
Good. Now... Thank
Okay, I think I'm going to have to tell him later on once he's already done it, haven't I? Okay, once he's committed the sin of killing that guy, which is going to happen. Yeah, he's going to kill him. The rule will be broken.
What now?
I'm here for Meliolus. Who might you be?
The name's Domitius. You want to get to Meliolus? You go through me.
You're dead, mate.
Go through you, I shall.
The many shall suffer for the sins
on, man,
of
run.
the one.
I'm right behind you. Run away. Oh, I didn't commit a sin this time. It wasn't me. Oh my life. This is mad.
Follow me, quickly.
I'm coming. I've got to tell him about the assassin quickly, haven't I, as well? So there's two things we've got to do quickly. I've got to get money as well. If somebody else breaks the golden rule now, so I've been doing it to try and advance the story and try and get as far as we can. But that assassin, this is going to be mad. I wonder if I can actually get a bow off him somehow. I'm going to tell Sentius and see if Sentius will actually do anything about it. Okay, let's tell him. Okay, let's make him do something.
Sounds serious.
He's becoming agitated because of his rheumatism, but if you give him some of this willow bark, it will calm him down. Lily is dying. Now, I need to do that.
Yulia? Oh no.
Oh, I can make him do both. If he's becoming agitated because of his rheumatism, but if you give him some of this, okay.
Poor guy. My uncle was a victim at rheumatism's altar, and he ended up killing himself. Alright, got it.
That's it.
I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
I'll tell you, don't worry. Right. And now we need to go and tell Sentius if we can about the assassin as quick as we can. Because that assassin's going to break the golden rule as well.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
Ugh, this place has become a thoroughfare.
Can we tell him?
We're finally alone.
Had this conversation before.
Is that
I couldn't stop it from being broken.
Look, it's unfortunate, but now
How can we not tell him?
Thank.
That's bad. I can't tell him. Okay. I've got to go back to the assassin, haven't I? There'll be a way I can stop this assassin.
Don't mind me. I just live here.
Okay, Sentia, whatever. I can't tell him either, can I? No, I can't tell him, he's too busy. Right, quick.
Salve, Rufius. I hear you've been suffering from rheumatism.
Okay. We'll go up there, see if I can stop him from killing himself again. It's going to be difficult. Right. 2 minutes, guys. Just having a quick bio break. Sorry about that, guys. You listen through their ears. I'll somehow stop him from jumping. We ain't got the money for it though yet.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the...
Let's skip what she has to say.
I can't believe this is how it ends.
I don't know if we're actually going to do this one.
No. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? What?
Why do you...
I know. Please.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Please, help him.
I will, don't worry. Go on then. Go ahead. Bluff ain't gonna work, is it? Ulpius can be talk. Okay, let's just try it. Go on then. Go ahead.
I'm out. Wherever you are.
That didn't work.
Scintilla, my love.
So we tried that one.
I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Will she blame us now because we've just said, go on then?
I can't believe...
Is that my fault?
That was not your fault.
Okay, so
I'll
we
have
didn't think it was
to-
our fault, even though it kind of was our fault. Right now. Right, let's go.
Thank you. I am.
Two things we can collect. Can we speak to him first?
Have been elected your
Can
magistrate.
we tell him about it?
Did you just leap that? Well,
No, we can't tell
I
him
trust
about the assassin. Okay, so we can't really say anything about the assassin. I thought we could. Any reason why... Okay, let's try it again.
Oi! How did you get in there, you cheeky little staggers?
Right, there's a few things we need to do.
Salve, stranger.
Don't have anything from him yet. This woman, we can tell her not to go up to the temple.
Help! You have to do...
See what I can do. How is this my problem? I think I've got to go to someone first.
Are you daft or just callous? If you don't stop him, we're all going to die.
Just callous, good luck. I'll get right on it.
Thank you. He's still in there. I have...
Do not go in there.
What? Why?
Just trust me.
All right, fine. Come and find me my bakery instead. Please be careful.
Okay, so we've just saved her. As for the assassin... Okay, the assassin. Figure out how to get the new tribe, man. I may need to get creative. Yep. How could I stop someone who's going to have a weapon? Anyone got anything I could use? That's locked. Decius. Shopping list. There's got to be something I could use to stop him. Oh. Prisoner.
Hello? Hello?
Hello. What's your story?
My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up.
What did you do?
I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Did somebody think you were going to steal?
Yes. But I wasn't. I was just looking.
Is that all?
They said I did it. More than once. But I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy.
Who's Billy? A liability?
Yes. They said I have to live here now. And gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me?
Oh, I feel sorry for him. Magistrate sent explains Dudley was locked up to prevent from trespassing. Read. Magistrate sentence to Dudley as I am writing to you in relation to your incorrigible antisocial behaviour arisen from your possession of an alleged lost treasure. While I am sympathetic to your plight and the passing of your guardian Hannibal some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure you seek does not exist. Given your memory limitations, it seems likely you simply misremembered. More importantly, since you have on several occasions been caught trespassing, including around the cisterns, which are strictly off limits to all citizens, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community and must have your freedom limited, lest you break the golden rule. It is my hope that this letter will assist you to remember why you're incarcerated should you experience further lapses in memory.
What does it say?
It says they caught you trespassing several times and they locked you up to stop you breaking the golden rule.
My treasure!
What treasure?
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns. But when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius. And Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
If you give me the key, I can try to find out what it unlocks.
Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot.
Let me talk to the man.
Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what.
And maybe it's time we had a new magistrate.
Like Galerius? He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything.
Maybe.
If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious.
I'll see what I can do. Do you know a way out of here?
You're going to let me out of here? Really?
That's not what I said. I asked if you know a way out of here.
Oh. Please. I hate it here. It makes me very sad.
It might be for a reason. Never mind. What do you think about the golden rule?
Gold? You mean treasure?
Let's talk about your treasure.
My friend Hannibal used to look after me.
Okay, he'd already said that.
He said he gave me this. All I now know that.
Yeah, he's got that. Fair enough. I'll be going now.
Bye-bye.
So we can put his friend, also one of our friends actually, he's been helping us do a few things. Says, still is not examined. I did not do it. There's got to be a way I can figure out of... That's going to collapse. Nothing in there really, is there? No, I can't get anything from there anyway. Could be a way for me to stop him. Okay, here we go. Let's sort this assassin out.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
Yes, I saw him worshipping in a small round shrine just outside inside the city. Second building on your left.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Go on. I'll take his bow and arrow, then we got a weapon then, which is what I want. I just need money. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use the bow and arrow. There's something I want to check out.
Filthy, lying degenerate.
Thank you. Bounty notice. By order of Emperor Nero, all our sons of Rome are ordered to hunt and execute the arsonist and murderer Tiberius Quintius Crispus, assistant from the Aventin district of Rome. He's about 40 to 50 years old. He's average height, average build, has dark hair and one green eye and blue eye. He's typically clean shaven. He's a known associate of cultists and suffers from delusions of grandeur. Thank you. And now we know who he is. So I can ask him. I could give him that, but I'm not going to speak to him now. Oh, where's Gallius? I'll speak to her as well. We need to break the golden rule again anyway.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Okay, I've been asking people about how they wound up here trying to find a pattern.
Interesting.
Some people mentioned a coin.
Yes, I suppose that could be something. But then most of us do tend to carry coins on our person, don't we? What else?
Some people mentioned a river.
I understand many of our friends.
We know that one. Some people mentioned memory lapses.
That's true. I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. It's as I feared. I think I understand what poor Livia has been going through. Let me ask you this. Did you happen to encounter a stranger in the forest before you arrived here?
Yeah, Karen, I did.
And did you happen to catch her name?
Karen.
I see. And was this Karen, by any chance, wearing a hood?
She was wearing a hoodie. How could you have known that?
Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better follow me to the baths.
Alright, I'll meet you in the baths.
But don't follow too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
Okay. I've still got to talk to quite a few people.
You there? I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's ban, but I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts.
Okay, go on.
Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues?
The statues come to life and fire golden bow as arrows at them.
And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. In any case, supposedly one or two of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg. With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination. Golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested?
I think the golden goose is meant to be a cautionary tale.
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not?
I'm interested.
Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan, but first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
Not really.
No problem. Allow me to explain. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand?
A golden bow?
Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you-know-what.
But you want me to steal it?
Oh, gods no! If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away.
Why can't I just take it?
Because the gods would see you, of course. Hence, my proposal.
Why can't you do it yourself?
I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you.
I've got an idea. Isn't that extremely dangerous?
When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger?
Prometheus was also punished for eternity, if I could recall correctly.
Only because he was silly enough to get caught.
That's all the questions I had.
So, are you in, partner?
Alright, I'll do it.
Wonderful. Now, if you'll hand over your bow, I can get started applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon. Now, bear with me for a moment. And here we are, a gold leaf bow.
Sick.
Now I've gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
That one down there. It's gonna break the rule, innit? You know what? Can I go and speak to her first? Let me speak to her first, and then we'll go and break the golden rule. Is she in here? She's at the other end of the pool.
All right, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood. Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp. But do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Karen. It was C-H-A-R-O-N, as in Charon, the ferryman of the dead. Charon, who, in exchange for the right coin, helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx, the river that separates the land of the living from the land of the dead.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means.
This place is the underworld.
I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense.
Cool.
All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
Okay. So we're dead.
That was my first thought too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know.
What can you tell me about Karen?
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman, or even Greek, you would know these stories. Each of them is slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved the souls of the dead meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross, only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks.
Why didn't you all recognise Karen immediately?
To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood, and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kerti, and Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again.
Why are there so few people in the underworld?
Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river. But that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins? In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not.
Were you trying to keep this from me?
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help. I promise you.
That's all the questions I had.
Now that we know where we are, we have to figure out what to do about it, if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity. We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
Can't we just escape the way we came in?
It's a reasonable question, but the problem is, this place is fairly well designed to keep us here. There's no way to climb up the shaft. And even if you could build a ladder big enough, just trying it would break the golden rule. We know that, thanks to the writings left behind by those who've tried.
I've noticed you seem uncomfortable calling the god of the underworld by his name. Why is that?
All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril.
Tell me more about confronting Pluto head-on.
Shh! Is everyone so blunt where you're from? Oh. That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the Golden Rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
Herculate time.
Are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means, but if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules one day. But first, you'd need an audience with you-know-who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its base. It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again.
What can you tell me about the obelisk?
It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides and a pyramid-shaped head that stands before the great temple, a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another I don't recognize. That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th, a mystery plaque.
Where would I find the Roman plaque?
Good question. To answer that, we first need to ask who would have defaced the obelisk in the first place. It would have had the god's name engraved into it, so it may be that whoever desecrated it wanted that name to be forgotten. And there's only one group of people I know of who might want to do that. There's a cult in Rome that often argued there is only one true god. Theirs, of course. They've been known to start fires, as well as deface religious monuments whose existence challenged their beliefs. If I were you, I'd go looking for them. Of course, they've all been in hiding since the fire last year, so finding them won't be easy. But I did hear a rumor they have a secret shrine somewhere in the city. Perhaps, if you could find that, you might be able to recover the Roman plaque.
I think I know where. Where would I find the Greek plaque?
I don't know. But perhaps you should begin your search with the local Greek fellow, Georgius. His store is in the forum.
Where would I find the Egyptian plaque?
Perhaps Kabash, our Egyptian resident, will be able to tell us. Unfortunately, he disappeared weeks ago. But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern, so perhaps you could talk to her, or just take a look in his room.
Where would I find the mystery plaque?
I'm afraid you're on your own with that one, but perhaps finding the other 3 will illuminate the way.
Let's talk about something else. Tell me more about escaping with the help of Proserpina Proserpina or a guide?
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale. It's said the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage.
So she might be willing to work against him to help us.
If the stories are true, then I suppose so. The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
We have, yeah. I hear the female statues whispering to me every now and then.
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now? Then again, I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia. Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say?
It's always the same voice, and she's helpful, if a little cryptic.
Fascinating. Perhaps she's a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
Not yet.
Oh, I see. Well, let me know if you hear anything that might be a thread through this labyrinth.
Alright, I'm ready to get started.
Alright. I would suggest not discussing this with anyone. The best we can do for them is to let them remain oblivious for as long as possible. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone.
Okay. I'll have a chat with Livia first.
In any case, time is of the essence, so you'd best begin. May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
Not going to find anything on there, are we now? Okay, so I'm going to go underground as well. We've got... Speak to Livia. Oh, I've got the key as well, haven't I? I've got the key to the barmaid's chest. Got to speak to her. We've got to get back in time. Have to break the golden rule just so we can get back in time and speak and try and save those two. I need money. So. Good thing is, all the items that I've required will keep. I'm going to go and get the golden one. That will break the law. How do I get the... How do I get up there? I have to climb on that. Okay, I've got to climb up there and grab it, haven't I?
Do you have the bow?
Yes, I have
Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it under the door for me and I'll unlock it for you.
it. Liar. I knew I shouldn't have trusted you.
And yet you did. And now, here we are. With me out here, and you in there. Until you give me my bow.
How is this not against the golden rule? You said you'd split the riches between the two of us.
No, technically, I never said that. I said, if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, infinite wealth is still infinite. It's hardly my fault if you can't tell the difference between a hypothetical and a promise, now is it? Oh, I do love a good loophole.
Let me out right now, or when I free myself, I'm going to kill you.
Not a very effective threat, is it? See, your first problem is, you're in there, and I'm out here. Your second problem is the golden rule. What are you going to do? Kill us all? It's an empty threat. The bow, now. And don't even think about giving me the fake one. I'll recognise my own handiwork.
There's no I'm giving you this bow. I'll find another way out.
I would reconsider my position quickly if I were you. I'm not sure if you noticed, but you're stuck in there with a hornet's nest, and they can be rather aggressive toward intruders. You know, some say it takes 27 hornet stings to kill a man. I always wondered how anyone could have known that. Let's find out if they were right, shall we?
Yep, okay. Got out. What a scumbag. Sponge stick. Small stick of a sponge attached. This must be where the ramen due to the toilet paper. Ugh. Yuck. Another chest, flushed arrows, an area, more money. Okay, this will help. I'm going to break the rule. I'm actually going to kill him. The algae. What about the algae? I'll walk on the algae, is that what they want me to do? Shoot, I'll shoot the algae, okay, clever. Whoa. So she's helping me, this guide. So cool. What a game. What's through this crack? I can't get through there.
My beloved Galatea, I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you. I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me. A rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse, I heard it again, and found myself drawn to the statue of a Roman woman wearing a stola. Her face was contorted with anguish and fear, and, disturbingly, it was as if she was looking right at me. As I walked past her, I heard that strained whisper again, and turning back, I discovered that, even though I had moved, she was still looking right into my soul. That was when it dawned on me. This was no statue. This was a woman trapped within that golden prison. Naturally, I told the others, but when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, They would not believe me. But from that moment on, I knew the full horror of this place. Immobilized within these statues are living human beings. It was that day, my love, that my heart broke.
No way. I'll have to go across that bridge now. More arrows. Oh cool, this bow is awesome. Got a weapon. What were these doing, these people? Very interesting game. Here I am in a temple. Where's this going to lead us? I'm going to kill that bloke. Yeah, I'm actually going to kill him. Just to prove a point. I'm not breaking the rule because we can come back anyway. So we're in the palace. More arrows. That's how you get rid of him. So she became one of them. There's another one over there, ain't there? Come on, you zombie. God, there's loads of them in here. Creepy. So they were trying to keep some out. Not all of them managed to get out. Some died in here. Got more stuff, more of those. More arrows, fantastic. Where the heck is this leading me? This entire palace.
You're not supposed to be here.
Oh no, well. Bugger off, you zombie. Bottle. Go on, let me have a look around first. Is it a bit trapped down here at the moment? Up down there? Let me have a look first. Extra arrows. I'm not going down there yet. Hang on, let me look around. He's trying to help me. I can't go through there, so I have to actually get out. Down there, okay. So at least she's helping me. God, she's crazy. More. We need more. Arrows, that's what we need. Zombies! Creepy zombies. Okay. Do I get up there then? Got it. More arrows. Zombies! If I can trap them there now, because I can't get past the statue. Hi, zombies! Kill them. I glitched them out, I think. Is that a? Who's that? And up there. Ah, there we go. I can climb on that now. This will help next time we come down here, I think, if we have to come back. Guessing we do at some point. We can kill that bloke. Kill ya. God, this entire place full of them. Another person died. So anybody in this place got killed by those statues. More money. Oh, we'll not kill you all. It's alright, I can kill them all from here. Creepy monsters. Any more? I'll turn anything, can't I? You'll all turn to stone, don't worry. Anybody else? They all tried to stop whatever it was that did this to them. Something turned some of them into stone while some of them got turned into those peeled things. What the hell happened here? What has she done? Palace doors, a key.
My beloved Galatea, after I learned the terror of the golden statues, I wandered the city as if in a nightmare. What must life be like for these poor souls, entombed in gold, but kept alive somehow? Trapped in their own personal Tartarus, consigned to eternal torment, too horrific for any sane mind to comprehend. I tried to offer them what small mercies I could. I began to talk to them, to keep them company. I'd imagine backstories for them, give them names, and tell them of the world, of the histories and stories I'd learned as a child. As the others became more concerned by my charity, I sought solitude from them, preferring the company of my tormented charges. Discovering a way into the abandoned palace, I began to spend my days walking its halls and sharing with its occupants ancient tales, my mind turning to those of Apollo and Daphne, Perseus and Medusa, and Pygmalion and Galatea. the sculptor who fell in love with a beautiful statue, and who, praying to Aphrodite for aid, discovered that his beloved Galatea had come to life. It was then that I heard you whisper to me,
Oh crap, another zombie.
I know that is not your real name, just one I have borrowed from a story. But when I turned to look at
Zombies.
you, I saw the most exquisitely beautiful woman I've ever known. Your face, forever frozen in a loop of haunting sadness. Our meeting gave me new purpose, to free you from your golden prison, so that I might one day hear you speak, not just whisper, scream your name to me. So I gathered tools for the long and difficult task ahead, barred the doors to this place, and set to work.
Is she a good person or a bad person? Hopefully she's going to help us. Looking for money.
Kill Kill me.
I need the money.
Help us. Please.
Oh crap, that's not what I wanted.
Kill me.
Well. Get off me, you zombies! Damn zombies. Fell in the pit. Fell in the pit of the zombie. This game is pretty cool. Now we finally got a weapon. Now we've got a lot of enemies. And I'm gonna kill that man when we find him. If we can even get this. A weird one. Like a maze. I think he'll be surprised to find him. Just wonder where it's gonna leave me from. Ah, not too far. That's cool. I can't get out, but I can just shoot him off from here. That one's knocked out. There's only one left in there. Can't get him. Okay, we'll go up there. One left. That one. I only want the money. Where is it? This one's hiding. There you go. Give it peace. Right, I'll get the money. That's all I wanted. And we can get down here now. Can't get through there. There's one right there, isn't there? Zombie. Can't trap that one either. And shoot it. Gotcha. Right, anything in here we can take? Money, money, money. They're obviously trying to keep someone out, or something out. I think we know what. Them zombies. No, they was trapped. By the looks of it, they were trapped. Something barricaded them. Come on, zombies. Come on. Come on, zombies. I'm sure a zombie would say thank you if they could talk properly. These zombies are obviously asking for help because they've been tormented. Stuck as golden statues, well, half and half. Money, money, money.
My beloved Galatea, my attempts at freeing these souls from their golden prisons have not been going to plan. My first charge was a Greek woman who I called Iodame after the Athenian turned to stone by Medusa. Drilling through the gold that encased her, I was vindicated by the discovery that beneath half an inch of gold, which is so rigid it must be some kind of alloy, was living flesh. Unfortunately, this golden alloy seems to have fused with her skin, so removing it exposed the sinew and muscle beneath and appeared to cause her great pain.
Jesus.
At first, I braced myself, expecting that inflicting such pain would break the golden rule, and yet, somehow, it did not. It seems whichever god is responsible for imprisoning these poor souls is not afraid of their suffering at all. They are forsaken. Undeterred, I pressed on, working late into the night, attempting to remove the golden layer that encased her as delicately as I could. Eventually, I was able to free most of her body, but when I released her from her restraints, her first act was to lunge for my throat, clawing me with all her strength and those sharp metal talons. This was my thanks for trying to save her. Whatever possessed Iodame to attack, she was clearly not a suitable subject for my experiment, and I was forced to lock her inside an isolated wing of the palace and bar the door. As I continued working on others, I could hear her slowly and launching
Goddamn zombie.
herself to the other side endlessly. Regrettably, experiments had similar results, and after relocating a few times, most of the palace is now too dangerous to work in. Still, as much as my heart aches to know that you're suffering, I cannot risk attempting to ungild you yet. Not until I have perfected a method that will bring you back to me, whole in both mind and body, and ensuring your humanity is preserved. I promise you this. One day we will be together, even if I have to free every last statue in this god's forsaken place.
We need to get out of this bloody place if we can. She went in here. Is she dying? What the hell? Oh my god. Appears to be dead if it leads death, didn't break the golden rule. Oh my god. What has she been doing in here? There's blood everywhere. Anything on there? What the hell happened here? Oh my god. A glitch. What the hell was that her? It's been Are you whispering to me through the statues somehow? Is that you, Proserpina? Oh no. Oh, come off it, love. I'm not gonna fight you. You must be Navia.
And you must be the wretched snake who broke into my palace and disturbed my experiments. And
oh my god.
Worst of all, look at what you made me do to her. This never would have happened if you just stayed away. You're going to pay for that.
You're going to attack me, we'll both end up encased in gold.
And you think I care about that? I don't care what happens to me, as long as you get what you deserve.
Good luck with that.
You think you can bring me down with your little wooden arrows before I jam this blade into your throat?
Oh, I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to imprison you in gold like the others.
What? How? That's impossible. You're trying to intimidate me.
This golden bow is the weapon that encases people in gold.
Liar.
I can demonstrate on Galatea if I have to.
Really? I'm not sure I believe you. But if you can undo this mess, I'll give you the key to my old medical chest in the Shrine of Apollo. I imagine it would help Lucretia ease the suffering of those still in the city. But if you're lying to me, I'll break the golden rule and kill you and everyone else in this city. Understood?
Alright, stand back.
You did it. You took away her pain. I don't know what to say. Thank you, thank you. I swear I will never harm her again. I swear it.
So I could kill her if I wanted
I'll stay
to.
here to keep her company. But these poor souls, what can be done for them? I've tried everything I can. I fear the only one capable of releasing them properly is whichever god doomed them in the first place. In any case, I must honor our bargain. Here's the key I promised you. It opens a chest in the Shrine of Apollo. I believe there are a few things in there which may be useful to Lucretia. Now, please leave. The door here leads out onto the palace balcony. You should be able to make your way down from there.
Goodbye, Navia.
Go, and never return.
We'll see about that. So I could shoot her and break the rules, but I'm not going to do that. But we need to end up having a boss battle. But we can talk our way out of that, can't we? Yeah, we nearly come to the end of this stream, I think. You know what, I want to go and speak to him before we finish. Where is this douche? Where is he? I want to find him and I want to shoot him.
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the bluff, and I think, whatever is in there, it has to be important.
Or is he outside the temple? He's not, is he? Where is he then?
Welcome.
Oh, what I do want to do.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
There's a thing down here I want to go to. None of these.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
I know about your creature, don't worry about me.
Well, it's your funeral.
Maybe we have to deal with it now. We can turn it to stone, well, turn it to gold. Come on, monster.
Me die. Thank you.
I'll climb up there in a sec. I'll look around first though. Got 5 of these left. What's over here? Oh my god. Money. Money. Feed me, lady. It's not money. No. Oh, just the one. Alright. What else we got? sure what that leads to. Crush Creek. That's where we came from. So that leads where? Is he even going to lead me? Oh no 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 no! Oh, okay. The upper chasm. I'm just exploring. Figure out how to get into the upper cistern with here. Noise. Who's that? Let's go and save whoever that is. God.
You? Who are you? Did he send you?
I'm smiling, and nobody sent me.
Do you know you're here? You have to help me escape before that monster comes back.
What is going on here?
I'm Scintilla. I found a way out through the Gate of Horn, but it's locked. So I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up. He wants to keep us all here forever, or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him and take his key. Sentius, my adoptive father. Furies help me. I'll castrate and crucify him.
Who hasn't this broke? How has this not broken the golden rule?
I don't know. He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either.
So he's the bad guy. Where is the way out?
Behind me. There's an aqueduct tunnel bringing water from outside the city, so it should lead us outside. The only problem is it's barred by a heavy locked gate, and he has the only key.
What will you do if I release you?
I'm going to take that key from around his neck, even if it means cutting his throat to get it. I'm done caring about the golden rule. I just want out. Help me, and we can escape together.
What about the others?
There won't be enough time. Just you and me. What do you say?
There's another way we can escape. What if I round everyone up so they're ready to escape once the golden rule is broken?
There's no time. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. Quick, you have to let me go. It's now or never.
Okay, I'm letting you go. Let's get out of here together.
Oh, thank you. Now follow. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
I can use a bow, can't I? No way. He's the bad guy. Okay.
What did you do with Scintilla? Where is she?
You're human garbage. You know that.
So that is how it's going to be. Oh well. This doesn't change anything for me.
It does.
It's a shame, really. If you'd just done what you were supposed to, you'd have been looping through time forever until you gave up and killed yourself. Just like that soft-hearted pleb, Al.
Wait. You remember Al?
Come now.
Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one loop to the next. Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know.
Oh, wait.
But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you were a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow.
Can we shoot
the
him?
next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly. I'd have preferred if you'd given me more time to enjoy the trappings of my success. How many extra days did you give me? Just the 5? Not a lot compared with Al, but I've seized every day, nonetheless. In any case, there's no escape for you except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Better to end it all now than find out what awaits you beyond that portal. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
You knew there was a way out and even locked up your own doors to keep the secret. Why?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all this. My title, my beautiful villa, the sun on my face, the music of birds chirping. And as long as this day keeps repeating itself, I get to enjoy it all, over and over again, for eternity. Don't you see? I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely, to cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself?
So you asked me to figure out who was going to break the golden rule, knowing I would fail every time.
Of course. There's no way you could have succeeded. Every soul who has ever found themselves here has broken the golden rule eventually. It is inevitable. Man will always sin sooner or later. Any idiot could tell you this. But where others might see tragedy, I saw opportunity. As I told you the first time we met, I found a way to cheat death. By reliving the same day over and over again forever. And I will continue living long after your dust.
Let's see you cheat your way out of this.
Do you really think you can take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bird?
I probably could, but I'm going to let her have this one.
Who? Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
Whoa! Burn, baby, burn.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go. Hey, what's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
Great. What? What? Talk to Al.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Alworth. I came in to find you.
Here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'm smiling. I was hoping you'd know who I am.
Funny you should ask. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kinda rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina. Freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla, who then murdered her captor, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said the attack caused golden statues to come alive, hunting down everyone in the city and turning them into gold. Apparently, the only person to survive was Scintilla, while the stranger disappeared in a flash of light.
Actually, that was me.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand.
When I first arrived here in the present day, I found your corpse hanging from a noose.
I'm sorry, come again?
I still have the suicide note you carved into this tablet.
Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing, but I don't understand how I could have written it.
It was written by a different version of you. I changed the past and your fate.
I'm not following.
I helped Scintilla kill the man who opened a time portal and drew you back in time, preventing it from ever happening.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this.
Now you're getting it.
I guess you saved my life then, as well as helping that poor woman to escape. That's a lot to take in.
Enough talk. How about we get out of this place?
Maybe we can escape through the same aqueduct Scintilla used, if we can find it.
It's right here in this cistern. Follow me. No way. So how many ways is it to complete this game then? We're near the end. So I definitely want to try a different way. I think we'll do that another time, because the way we've done it is saving Scintilla is... What's he doing?
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else is ever lured into this temple.
Good idea.
You go on ahead. I'll be there soon.
You're back! But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
I found him. He'll be here in a moment.
What a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
I discovered your real name is Coron.
Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions.
Who are you really?
You can just call me Charon, if you like. I am sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met. I do not enjoy deceiving people. Believe me, I do not. But I have learned, from 5,000 years of experience, that most people find comfort in familiarity, in gradual change, and coming to see the truth in their own time.
What truth is that?
That you died, of course. You were dead when I brought you here. My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld, has always been to assist the chosen to cross the threshold from the land of the living to the land of the dead.
How did I die?
Usually, when people do not remember how they died, it is because they suffered a terrible trauma. Most souls would rather not remember. Ask yourself honestly, do you really want to know?
Yes, I want to know.
As you wish. You were murdered. You were exploring an old tomb when you discovered a cache of forgotten relics, including 2 silver coins of ancient origin.
Murdered.
Unfortunately, as you emerged into daylight, you were set upon by 2 thieves. A nearby hiker saw the scuffle break out and leapt to your aid, trying to help you recover your bounty. You both fought bravely, but your assailants were armed, and you were not. There was nothing you or your ally could have done. He died instantly at the scene, and you followed a few hours later. That man's name was Al Worth. You were each in possession of a sacred coin, called Karen's Opal by some, and so it was my duty to bring you here.
What's so special about these coins?
Perhaps you have heard the tales of the Greeks and Romans burying their dead with a coin in their mouths to pay the ferryman for passage across the river. Well, those stories contained a seed of truth, but not any coin would do. A long time ago, my master created 1,000 silver coins and had me distribute them across the world. My orders were simple. Whenever a person died in possession of a coin, I was to locate them and ferry them here.
What?
That is a question you would have to ask him, if that were still possible, in light of the path you have chosen. I am just his servant, doing his bidding. Only now, I find myself bereft of purpose. You see, the coins on you and Al were the last of the 1,000 in existence. There is nobody else to ferry here. Nobody to keep you company. After 5,000 years, the underworld has finally run its course.
Can you return us to the land of the living?
I see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an event 2,000 years ago. Supposedly, the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of, well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was... Scintilla?
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here. I think she meant for you to read it.
Oh,
Here,
no way.
Take a look.
I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this, but I want you to know that I will never forget you, or what you did for me. It pains me that so many dear friends were not so fortunate. Ulpius, Cynthia, Lucretia, Horatius, Galerius, poor Dooley, and the others. But please understand, their blood is on my hands, not yours. I will live with the consequences of my actions, and all I can do is move forward, trying to show others the same compassion you showed me. I promise you that saving my life will not be for nothing. Scintilla.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
Alright, Sharon, ferry us home. Ending 2 of 4. Okay, so I could have done the first ending. Yeah, there's so many endings. That was a cool game. That's one ending of 4, so we've got some other endings to do. Okay, so we're going to when I do, I don't know, tomorrow or Thursday, I'm not sure, the next time we will stream this game again. We'll try and do the other endings if we can, see what happens. Anyway guys, thank you all for watching. Until next time, take care.